Dad, are you going to just let me say that about your daughter?
Right,
I wouldn't have anyone speaking about my kids like that. That's what you did, Tony. So don't sit there and say you're not
Thank
like
you,
that,
Lauren.
you haven't done this, you haven't done that. Because you have.
Yeah.
That's who you are.
That's why I just...
So they're saying that basically
sticking
because
up
of
for
that,
him.
his mental health was severely damaged and he was on medication. He's been in the hospital and all this. For funny that, do you know what I mean? Because this is the kind of bloke, right, who normally, and I'm sorry if I'm speaking ill of a man, but this is the man, right, who has great satisfaction in saying about everything that goes on in his life. And every time he gets caught out, what does he bring up? You don't understand what's going on in my life. No, we don't. Because half the time it is bullshit. Also, you don't seem to understand what other people go on in their lives, but that does not give you the right to say it and carry on the way you do. Simple as.
Do you know that day of that Angie coming here, and I swear on all my grandkids, you know what happened that day, and I says I picked the telly up twice. I put a razor to my wrist, you know. I didn't do it, but the rage that I was in, that somebody can laugh about these things, and with art and with chest exposed, and all of our family, all you've got to do is just be calm about it. Because all they want you to do is scream and shout, and they say,
and that's the reaction. It's called reactive abuse.
Listen, she got Tony in there to spin the narrative and make him look the victim, and then when she's unblocked me, she thought she's going to come in here now and kick off to make me look a twat. That's what you were doing, Donna.
Don't go in there. Do your own life.
I have,
Be protected by people that love you.
You know what I mean? The whole live, so I couldn't see what was being said, and then unblocked me at the end to come in and have my opinion. I'm not being funny, love, if you hold a live about 2 people, them 2 people should be in the boxes and no one fucking else.
And the thing is, though, he blatantly lied on the live.
He didn't even
on the live, right? Because
even let me see what they were saying.
Exactly.
Luckily,
he lied again on the live, though. He lied again on the live.
She hadn't seen the video.
No, she's not even seen it.
She's not even seen it. She's For You page. She
hasn't even seen it. Where is it? I couldn't find it.
No,
it hasn't. It's out there. It's on many pages, right? But he lied again in that live because he sat there and said that I did not drive home. I weren't driving under the influence of drink, blah, blah, blah. Yes, you fucking was, because we saw you, right? And we heard you. Because you was in a McDonald's car park,
Jennifer,
and then you drove from McDonald's to home. Unless you're parked and your house is right next door to a McDonald's car park. I'm sorry, darling, but that's a lie. And then he turned around and said that he was on Angie's live that day, right? And he showed him getting out of his car and walking to his house. I put up in the chat. Hang on a minute, let me finish. I put up in a chat. Let me finish. I put up in the chat.
I expected Tony and Miss Red to do this, Do you know that SJ? You absolute rat. I only spoke to Tony because your fella told me to. So your fella put me in that position, and now you want to sit there and say you don't know why I'd speak to Tony. Are you all right?
Well, they're not. No, because I'm new here. They don't know who I am, so they let me in the box. But as soon as I started at Pearl, because they dropped me, and then I put it again, and they I said, "Why should people drop me? I hadn't had my say." So they let me in, and I'm sorry for stuttering. I really am. It's because it's
fine, Dan.
But none of them, not one of them, wanted anybody to have a heart because I love her, to go in there and stick up for her, because they want to let anybody else in at our group. It's just because I want known.
Do
you know what I mean?
And also they know that I won't take no crap off him either. But he lied, Randy, in that live, right?
He did.
Because he turned around and said, they were saying, oh no, but it was in Angie's. He said, oh, it was in Angie's. I showed going up the door. But what people seem to forget, that was prior to before he came into this live. After that, right, he was drink driving. It's been caught on lives. I've got the screen recorders. I will go through this to prove a point, right? He is a liar. He jumped from box to box to box that day. I'm sorry, right? But at the end of the day, right, men do go through DV. Women go through DV, right? But that does not give any man the right.
I was the first person that ever went into, when she went to doing lives and she was doing the rankings, I was the first person that went in Pearls and gifted. I only gift little because why should I? You know what I mean? And whatever I get, I give back to us anyway. We sit here and get it. You know what I mean? And you lovely people in the chat, that give us gifts. We don't want them. As in, we're not doing this for a gift. We don't. It for a voice.
Do you know something, right? What pisses me off with it all is this. He sits there playing the victim, right? We've all been there. We've survived it on many levels. But what I will not agree with him is this. You do not sit here and spin the narrative in every box you go in and it changes every time. You do not sit in this box, right, and then turn around and say, after exposers turn around and actively say, because it's well known, have you learnt your lesson from what happened before with the text messages and the voice clips, right? That triggered him.
And the text messages I was talking about, guys, were the text message and voice notes where Tony Official messaged a man and he said to the man, you want to be careful your daughter doesn't get R-worded. That was the threat he made to the man. Yeah? The voice note, it was Tony. Then right after that, because the man didn't retaliate and didn't do nothing, and Tony wanted to fight him, Tony then turned around and said, are you going to have me saying that about your daughter? I wouldn't have anyone saying that about my daughter. So, Tony, how can you run around protecting children when you're threatening to R-word children? You little fucking wrong.
And what annoyed me as well with this as well, right? If you wanna come into a room,
that's
right?
So all this TV shit he's talking about, Bryony brought that to the app. It was Bryony talking about that. My issue with Tony was that text message he sent about that child. Wasn't it, Tony? So why don't you tell the truth instead of fucking lying all the time?
And the thing with Ghost, right, has really annoyed me because he sat here and he said that we were shouting at him.
The lady that got reconstructed face, and he said that this is my gym and I don't know how to work it. I just want to show you how gorgeous he is at 73. Can you see him?
No,
your camera's not on.
You're not got your camera on.
That's it, isn't it? Where's?
Come on, get a grip.
I know he's going out and all up, bless him. Right. Turn on live camera. That's it.
I'm not being funny. Mind your business, yeah. Miss Red just told a whole live about me for fucking 2 hours, yeah, and had me blocked the whole time so I couldn't see. And then in the end, yeah, asked me to get in the box. So yeah, fucking bum, Miss Red. She's a rat and you're getting blocked. Fucking horrible.
What do I have to do now to let you see him?
So basically, if you tap your picture, right, you should see, you should at the bottom or on the top in the little boxes that you've got, see a picture of a camera and a microphone. If the camera's got a cross through it, just tap that, turn your camera on. You've done this many times.
I know.
Or if you look at the bottom of the screen, right, where you can put a comment, it should show a camera and a mic.
Yeah. I get that now. And then just flip that round again.
My IT services find out or invoice you later.
Camera and a mic.
You have to press save then, apparently, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, then there's my gym, look.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Sausage.
How are you?
And my gym 73, you know. Look.
Look at him.
Oh, bless you. Oh.
74 this year.
74 this year.
Oh, bless you. You got a good one there, Mandy.
Nobody, but no one's thinking about that, innit? Not one person. They're not asking. They don't like me, yeah. They're happy that people are ripping the back out of me. Well, I'm not being funny, Donna. You've just started war with me again. I'm telling you now, I went quiet for a while. Okay, then.
What annoyed me about Ghost was this, right? He said there, and he said
who are you,
Leanne?
Leanne?
At him in the live, right? And we weren't.
We just put the kettle on and I'll come down and make a drink.
Leanne, how old are you? You don't look old enough to come in the box.
No. But what annoyed me, right, is that, Ghost was saying, we shouted at him in the live.
How old are you?
Him like a piece of shit and all this sort of stuff. I'm sorry, darling. No, we didn't.
No, Frenchie's what she did, yeah. Hang on, sorry, 1 minute. Well, she held the live about me for fucking 2 hours. I had 9 people in the box looking the back out of me, yeah.
You're echoing.
Yeah, she was ripping the back out of me for 2 hours, had me blocked the whole time so I couldn't fucking see. And then when she got called out at the very end of the live, when she'd finished chatting shit about me, yeah, then unblocked me and asked me to join the box. Are you mad? Yeah. Are you all right? Horrible cow, mate.
And the thing is, though, about all this is like, Ghost is saying we was shouting at him, raised voices and everything else. No, we weren't, because anyone that was in this live, they clearly heard that. And what it was, we was getting a bit irate with him in a way because, yet again, as always, he sits on the fence. Yeah, he says he's not scared of this man. He says he's got nothing to worry about this man, right? And that he was going to go and have a chat with him. Do you know what I mean? Because, and he did say, and I quote, "I do not agree with what he did last night or what he said last night, and I will talk to him." And we did say to him, we're not trying to tell you who to be friends with. That's your choice. But be very careful, because your good work is going to go straight down the Swanee because of that man. Because he's going to spin the narrative to suit himself, which he has done, and everyone has seen. What I do not agree with also, even as he sits in that box, as he's just seen, and he then turns around and says, "Big up, Tony, back you all the way. You two-faced arsehole." Because you sat in here and said yourself, you would not back someone like that. You only just chat to him because he's
is when I've had that beef with Tony and I brought them messages to the app and that, and I said, said about this young girl, the R word of the child, right? Ghost jumped in my box and he was being dead nice, like I'm dead sound and all that, and then he's done that to try and get me to stop exposing Tony. So you're a rat, Ghost. You were never my friend, mate. You done it to try and make me stop talking about Tony, and it worked. I did stop talking about it. You then made me not be friends with him, but tolerate Tony, And then when I have, SJ wants to get in a box, and turn around and say, well, if he done that to her, why does she have him in the box? Your fella told me to.
Yeah, and this is what I put up in the comments, because Miss Red was not allowing me to jump in the box. She knew I was there, right? She knew I was there. And a lot of people, and, I've been going around, I've been invited to so many live boxes, right? Because it's not, people don't want Exposed to go in the box or anything like that because they think she's going to, to get a reaction. Because we know,
Yeah, listen, Frenchies, you think I've finished with Ghost? You just fucking wait there for him, mate, because I'll tell you now.
We all know Exposed. She's an emotional person, right? And we all are. We all stand for what we think is right? And that is it. So people have been asking, not only myself, but other people to come in just to basically give some clarity, and which we've done, right? But what I will not agree with is this. I will not agree with someone who has sat in this box, right? Like we know many has done.
Do you know what I'm going to do here? Here's one for you. Do you know what I'm going to do now, Ghost? You absolute rat bag. I'm going to go and get that message that Tony sent, about that child, I'm also going to get what he said to me. I'm also going to get all the stuff that he said to Lisa. I'm going to get all of it, right? And all the PLM shit. And then do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going around all the fucking hunting teams. I'm giving it them all. And I'm going to say to them, why on earth have you got this absolute wrong'un on your team when he sits next to someone that said he's going to R a child? That's what I'm going to do to you now. You shouldn't have fucking gone against me, mate.
And the thing that these people seem to forget is this, is that, they want Exposed and Alive to get a reaction because she's emotional about, things that they've gone through, like we all have, right? That's the wrong person you need to have in a box, and don't mean that in a bad way, Exposed, right? Because as soon as she gets a bit irate, they will twist that completely. Oh, here she's gone off again, for all this shit. I'm sorry, no. Anyone, right, who has an ounce of any kind of decency when it comes to trauma in like the physical sense or in anything like and anything else, you don't treat someone like that. And he has done it. And what he's done, he's literally lied and lied and lied all his way through everything he said. Oh, we've slowed down the clip. You can clearly hear what we're saying. No, play the whole live. If we could play the whole 3-hour live right on here, we would. Right? Get it into context, Tony. Get it into context, darling.
Yeah, we're a group that we have fun, we have laughter, we care about each other. Yeah, when they were going to let Exposed in the box, it's because, like you say, she would have started shouting and screaming, and then say, "Who's the violent one then?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I said to just fire up your own live, and you're safe around our family. And can I just say, in the chat, there's like 210 people in here, and I think they're all on board about what they said. I'm not writing back to you to say thank you, but I want you to know I do thank you all for being here and supportive.
Yeah, we do. We do. And you know something, we do know there's people we've had in this room, right? And we will be calling them out, who are two-faced, right? Absolutely. Ghost is one of them, because basically what he did just there today just proves a massive point, because then if he was in the live yesterday where he was here, you could clearly see that, right? You got then other people we will mention, right? Oh, we did, well, Shelby, he did it as well. You know what I mean? There's another one as well, which will come out sooner or later. But what's annoyed me the most is this, is that, if you want to go out and start twisting a narrative, make damn sure you get it right. And also, when you're going to twist your narrative, make sure that every time you jump in a live box, it's the same thing you say, not another version of what you said previously or a changed version you said previously before that. And then also, don't lie in FYP Live saying that you were seen showing the keys to your front door. Well, I'm sorry, Tony, that was in the live before you came into this live with Exposed, right? But thereon after, people have seen you in your car because you fired up your video, you donut, and they could see you. And you could hear cars driving past. And then don't turn around and say that you walked from your car because, you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, unless you're parked next to a McDonald's and your house is in their car park, I'd like to know how. Think about things like that, because things like that, people, you know, catch up on. They're not stupid. Not stupid. But the people that are supporting you are massively stupid, because all
no, it's not even a case of being triggered no more. It's a case of don't take the piss. That's what it is. You're winding me up. Listen, Donna, don't do that to me. Because you know we've already got beef here. You know what people already say about you, and that's exactly what you've just done today. You sat there for 2 hours with 9 boxes open, ripping the back out of me, but blocked me so I couldn't see. And then at the very end, you want to unblock me to let me in, knowing I'm going to pop off, so you could turn around and say then, oh yeah, look, that's what she's like.
It's going to be non-biased and that now,
And the funny thing about it, right?
I'm sorry I missed it, everybody. I was out shopping.
That's right, but the funny thing about that, I've just seen a comment in the thing, right? Apparently he says he's not going to, he doesn't like Exposed, he's not going to apologise for anything else.
That's all right,
Gypsy Queen and all this sort of stuff. Well, let me make myself perfectly clear, right? When any woman is in your life, Tony, right, and I don't care if this is being cam-tooed, and you can post it all over the FYP, because I don't really care. But any woman that is in your life who speaks up for themselves or speaks against anything that you're talking about, you immediately shut them down, right? And you won't let them talk. And it's been proven that you do that. But when it's an Irish woman, right, from an Irish woman background,
ghosts won't be a part of ghosts anymore by the time
you will not turn around and tell them to shut up and be quiet because you're talking. Because you know not to cross that line. You know not to cross that line. But what makes it different for any other female person that is in your life? It don't.
Can we
next to someone, that threatened to R-word the child. And I don't care whether you were angry. What's your excuse for that one, Tony? I'm not being funny. I've had beef with loads of people. I've never turned around and said, I will R-word your child. What she doesn't get R-worded. But you want to sit next to him. And isn't it funny how both of them, Tony and Ghost, have both been on M charges. Both of them. Both of them. So why are you running up and down the country trying to protect kids? You're not safe. You're not safe.
Hi, Leanne.
Hi, Leanne. Did you want to say something, darling? Sorry, we were waffling on.
Sorry. I was brought up in the travelling community. My mum was an English woman, and my dad was a traveller. My mum was a victim of domestic violence for 10 years, and fortunately for us, it went to court and he got 6 years in prison, along with, I don't know how to say it, but raping as a child. Yeah. I just want to say the fact that she didn't let you, I didn't go into her life, into Red's life at all. I come into Miss Baguette's and seen that she freaking blocked you. She didn't even let you have your say or anything. I just want to know, out of curiosity, why is every people on this app supporting this woman? The fact that she's getting gifts out of people's bad experiences. Exactly. I just don't understand the moral of, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Do you know, slightly, Len, you've hit the nail right on the head, because that was one thing that Tony was throwing up yesterday in his so-called post in his live, how he was basically ramming it down people's throat, how Exposed and us as a group are profiting from gifts on people's trauma.
We give it back to each other.
Yet Miss Red is sitting there doing exactly the same. You don't see Miss Red putting up a charity line saying, you know, any gifts is going to go to here, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, it goes straight into her pocket.
All the time. And then in a couple of days' time, she'll be turning around and saying, "Oh, I'm off now. I'm having some break. My mental health." What about the women and the gentlemen who've been affected by it this morning? Come on, get on the live and fire it up and tell me how you're different to any other fucking woman. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. Exposed.
You're fine, darling. You're fine.
How is it any different that you're allowed to do it, but then when someone's trying to defend themselves, they cannot do it? Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah,
It makes sense. The thing is, though, she's there to defend. Well, from what I could see, because I could only get in the live for a little bit. and
I missed you, Briggy, because I was out, you see, and I got a phone call saying she's on live talking about you. I was having a meeting somewhere, and I had to I thought, what's she on? I fucking swear to God, she better not be. I thought, you of all people, you know what I mean? And then I come back, I went to go on there, and she's blocked me. I thought, are you having a laugh? If you're going to talk about me, mate, let me in there. And luckily, I found Miss Baguette's live, and I could hear it from there. But I've only caught the back end of it, you know what I mean?
I didn't see all of it.
I did hear,
I was in
obviously, on Miss Baguette's live, obviously she was camping it. Someone was camping it, and I heard Mandy in there. Big up Mandy, man. Enough respect to you, woman. I swear to God.
I love her.
Just need more people like you.
Yeah. Here's one for you, sweet cheek. She had me blocked for the whole live, so she's blocked me, held a live about me with 9 boxes open, ripping the back out of me and my trauma. Basically laughing in my fucking face and giving Tony a pat on the back. Yeah. And then at the very end of it, she's invited me in because she knows I'm going to go, rah, 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 rah. So then she could turn around and say, see, I told you. She's around the bend.
Aggressive.
Someone just said in the comments, Miss Red isn't a survivor, and that's true. She's not, because if she was a survivor of DV, she would have automatically have sided with victims, not with Tony.
Yeah, exactly.
And not portraying it to be like what, because she was very biased. Do you know what I mean?
Even in Portugal,
and it's kind of like
she was survivors in her place. So she's got no room for fucking manoeuvre.
I think I was just lucky to get on because I'd only got 1 foot out of bed and got a cup of tea, and I thought, no, they're not ripping her out. No, they don't know me, so unfortunately, I got in the box.
The thing is, as well, right? She always turns around and says, "Oh, whoever wants to come and support that person, please come and support it."
That's
what I mean? But she didn't give that other person.
She sounds Leanne with that stupid voice that she uses.
Yeah, I was doing her voice. Sorry,
I know that's exactly. You've got it.
Got a face like a bulldog chewing on a wasp. Yeah, I said.
If anyone wants to come and support that person, you're more than welcome to. But we need to heartbeats first. Know what I mean?
I'd say the face is more like a flash up to that.
Listen, and do you know the best bit about all this, Let me go and see if my son's got his other phone here, because I'll fucking show you. Tony's already done this to her, and she's sitting there calling him a bully, saying he's threatening to go to her house and all that. I've got it, haven't I done it? So I told you, don't start a fucking war with me again, because I'll fucking bury you this time.
That's what I did, was going on to her. Sorry,
let me see if I can find this song. If I can find it, I'm going to show you now.
Go on, Dana, sorry.
It's all right. I just wanted to just carry on from what Leanne was just saying there, and she was absolutely spot on.
Yes.
What is any survivor of any particular kind of where are they going after these lies? What is in place for these people once they put all their trauma to an app into a box? And then they go, thank you very much. Well, I've benefited off of that. I went into Miss Red's box on the 21st of May when that Alex thing all blew up that week. And I called her out about him and said, don't bring him into boxes. And you're inviting him in, you're inviting survivors in and him at the same time. I said, that's not on. I said, you should have your gifts off. And she said, oh, yeah, but I'm going to give the money from this to charity. And then she said she was going to give it to Mind, and Mind was the charity, because everyone in the comments chose Mind.
Not
where's
for
the receipts
a refuge for women.
21st of May, where's the receipts that money went to Mind?
No, guys, right, so can you just, everyone, mute your mics a minute, okay? I'm going to show you what Donna had to say about Tony. Do you know the man she's defending now, saying he's not a bully? Yeah? Are you ready for this? And then I'm going to show you what he said about the R word of a child. So everyone sit there, share the screen out, tap the screen. Don't fucking start with me, Donna.
Switch man is what he is. Switch man. Share the life to him. Let's get him in here, because I ain't fucking scared of him. Yeah, she has played it. She's completely played it. 100%. I'm okay. I ain't having that fucking dickhead speaking to me like that. I don't know who he thinks he fucking is. And she's honest, and she will fight to the death for any of her friends, right? Now, Tam yesterday was embarrassed by Tony, and he was very aggressive towards her. Almost threatening behaviour. Do you know what I mean? And I will defend Tam, because Tam defends me. Tony doesn't defend me. Tony intimidated me for a little while, you know. I got intimidated by Tony, but he doesn't scare me anymore. I'm over being scared by Tony, because I see him for exactly what he is. He's exactly who he's trying to expose on TikTok. He's a fucking bully. He's a massive bully. Switch man is what he is.
One more time.
Switch man. Share the life to him. Let's get him in here because I'm fucking scared of him. Yeah, she has played it. She's completely played it. 100%. I'm okay. I ain't having that fucking dickhead speaking to me like that. I don't know who he thinks he fucking is. No. And she's honest and she will fight to the death.
Yeah, but she's trying to say now that we're switching it and he's not like that. All right, mate, yeah.
Embarrassed
a couple of months ago, Hayley.
And he was very aggressive towards her. Almost threatening behaviour. Do you know what I mean? And I will defend Tam. Because Tam defends me. Tony doesn't defend me. Tony intimidated me for a little while. You know, I got intimidated by him.
For the love in the chat.
But he doesn't scare me anymore. I'm over being scared by Tony because I see him for exactly what he is. He's exactly who he's trying to expose on TikTok. He's a fucking bully.
Yes, Donna. So don't sit there and hold lies. No, listen, this is why I'm fucking raging today. Don't sit there and hold lies saying he's not like that. Expose the liar, because he's done it to you. You've said about him exactly what I'm fucking saying. And I haven't finished. Wait there. Do you know these charges? Yeah. Sorry, this is why I fell out with Tony in the first place. On the voice note of when he said about the punching in the face, yeah, I turned around and I said, no, Tony, I was on about the text messages you sent about the child. You said, watch your child doesn't get R-worded. That's what you said. I'm going to fucking show you right now, guys. I'm going to show you what he did. And that was why I fell out with Tony. And that was what I was talking about in the video. It was nothing to do with fucking domestic violence, was it, Tony? We were talking about the messages you sent about the child. And I'm going to show you them right now.
Exposed, 1 minute. Can I just say to Dana about people not having nowhere to go? That's why I started a live on a Monday for a safe place for some people to come in for DV, SA, because I've been through it all and I've got this experience and somebody wants to open up and get some relief from it. Monday night.
Absolutely, brilliant. I can't applaud anyone enough for them being able to provide safe spaces. You know, there's lots of different ones on different platforms. There is not enough on TikTok, and obviously there's a lot of this sort of chat going on that triggers.
We have a trigger warning in the chat, guys, for this one because it is absolutely heavy.
Thank you, Mandy.
Right, everyone, screen record. You're not getting away with this, Tony. This is why I fell out with you, because of this. Nothing to do with the DV. Bryony brought that to the app, love, not me. That was your ex that done that. I didn't give a shit about that. I cared about what you said about this child. Are you ready? So.
Keep bringing trigger warnings, lovely.
This is the text he sent. You ready? I hope your kid's safe and she doesn't get R-worded. Please keep her safe. And obviously it's cut off from there, right? You ready? Now listen to this. Listen with your ears to what he says. Then he confirms it and he says, I wouldn't have anyone speaking about my daughter the way I spoke about yours. Now listen.
I saw the top to bottom, you dirty handicap boy.
Oh, there's a big...
And listen, you know what? I'm thinking twice whether to fuck her or not.
Oh, God. Nice man.
Trust me, mate, if anyone spoke about my daughter the way I spoke about yours, that's weird.
So there you go. Call me a liar now.
That is absolutely disgusting. Let alone what he's done recently.
That was my issue with you, Tony.
Sorry about it.
Nothing to do with anything else.
Sorry if anybody's been triggered. Really, really sorry. But he's got to be accountable for what he's done and what he's said.
Sit there and call me a liar, saying I triggered him about stuff he didn't do. It's all there, out of his own mouth.
He won't, because he'll turn around and say, I was drunk.
Fuming, mate.
I was this,
today. I've had 2 days of this now.
Let's have a group hug. Come on.
Expose, does he know that you've got that?
Yeah, he does. This is why me and Tony fell out in the first place.
Right. Why they don't like her.
Right, because I noticed him box hopping yesterday, and I call intimidation. I think he's intimidated by you, by how powerful you are with your words, by how caring you are and passionate about literally real, real survivors.
You know, the thing is with Tony, he's scared of independent, strong alpha females.
Yeah,
that's what it is. That's why he got in contact again with Miss Red and made up with her. He likes to be.
No, Miss Red, you called him a bully and said he intimidates her. He was threatening to come to your house, wasn't he, Donna? We had fucking 3 days worth of lives out of you saying how bad Tony was and how much he's bullying you. You were crying and everything because he was coming to your house. Do you remember that, Donna? Because I've got it all.
He's the biggest cat chaser on the fucking
sit there now and say, oh, no, and then try and make out I'm a wrong. And no, he said what he said to me. He said what he said about that child, and then you've got ghosts sitting next to him. And you're all right. I'm not the one in the wrong. You lot are. You absolute weirdos.
Like anybody who's like been a victim of domestic violence, me included, will agree. Like it makes you strong in so many different ways. So it might not make you strong as in, you know, going up against a man. It might not do that at all. But it makes you strong-willed and it makes you strong